Hey YouTubers, it's Dwaana Bird, and this vlog is going to be about who I am as a person, and I'll be sharing recipes and learning how to veganize food. I'm definitely a hardcore vegan. I don't preach to anybody. You make your own choices and you walk your own path, but I definitely learned a lot being vegan and feeling different being vegan. So the reason why I became vegan, people usually tend to go vegan if, save the animals, save the earth, that's all good. That for me in the beginning was um, definitely health issues I was having. And so, going through the health issues and everything else. So, like high blood pressure, I don't have high blood pressure anymore. And that's all controlled by food and the food you eat. So my father, recently passed, and him and I were never close. But he kept telling me, "You gotta be careful what you eat." I wish I did when I was, your age. And I'm not getting any younger. I'm telling you that one right now. So that's the reason why I became vegan. But then I started watching these videos about how they're slaughtered and how they're handled, and it's just absolutely disgusting. Like, I don't want nothing negative with any kind of negative energy or handling energy to be negative. What are you going to do with a stalk of broccoli? Throw it? Like, that doesn't really have, I mean, the slaughtering an animal is like taking another human's life. Like, I would never fathom going to a slaughterhouse myself and ripping something open and doing all that. It's absolutely disgusting, and it breaks my heart. Um, my mother brought me up as to be a very loving and gentle soul, and um, I think veganism is my calling, so to speak. So, moving through that, and I'm going to be talking a lot about vegan and why I became vegan and how, easy it is, because it's easier and cheaper than buying meat. Like, meat, you're spending like 14 bucks for rotten corpse. Like, I don't, I respect those who do eat meat. I'm not going to say that I don't. I have a lot of friends who are obviously meat eaters, but they respect me and my choice of being vegan. So, but we don't really talk about that because my friendships mean more to me than um, my thinking. So, I do drink coffee, like a lot of coffee. Lord knows, I work. So I work, and eventually I'll share with you where I work. And, um, life is good. Always stay positive. If you can't find any thinking of positivity, I usually turn to Buddha. As you can see behind me, I have an Om Buddha, and it's to remind me of my chakras, to always cradle them and to care for them and to keep them open, because you never know when you're going to need something or someone, and you have to rely on yourself. Like, you can't rely on anybody unless you have a significant other that you could truly rely on. I'm transsexual. I just got out of the shower, so I don't have any makeup on, but and life is just so crazy sometimes, and you really have to learn how to push your way through it. I just had a bout of being very depressed, like 3 days of didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to go to work. I cried. Whatever. But bills aren't going to pay themselves, and I understand that. And I am an adult, so I understand that too. So that means I have to pull up my big girl panties, march through that door of my work, and do my job. Like, and I love my job. I really, truly have a lot of passion for my job. And so, it's just so crazy. I'm pagan as well. I look to other forms of religion, if you want to, of belief systems. I truly believe in one thing, and that's love. Love motivates people to do good or bad. I don't believe in one God. I believe that there's many gods out there and many forms of energy that can be translated so different from person to person. And it's just crazy. Like, the way Buddha makes me feel is one type of energy. The Jesus makes me feel a different type of energy, and love just makes me feel absolutely beautiful. And I am in a state now that I am beautiful all the time. Like, I don't care if I'm wearing makeup. A woman is never defined by her makeup, honey. Okay? It's how she carries herself. And I tell you, please listen. Like, no matter how big you are, or how many scars on your face you have, or you might not feel attractive, or, whatever, you are still beautiful. You are absolutely gorgeous. You gotta feel it, girl. And boys. And just remember that life is full of surprises. And you never know when you're going to bump into Mr. Right or Miss Right, or when you're going to bump into, a famous artist, or, life is crazy. I'm telling you, life is crazy. I've had some crazy happenings in my life, and I always try to be prepared for everything, For instance, me and my best friend, we constantly do things on the whim. She'll call me up. Hey, you want to do You want to go this? You want to do that? You want to go out to eat? You want to do this? Sure, let's go. I'm ready. Like, let me put my shoes on. I'm on my way. Like, it's always on a whim. I never really plan anything. Today I did, and as you can see, it's 10:05, and we were supposed to leave at 10. And then she texted me after I texted her, and she's like, oh, let's wait until 11. I'm like, okay. It don't matter to me. I mean, I'm doing some stuff, but grocery shopping and getting, more stuff. But, and I have to work tonight, and I have an appointment later. Like, I haven't slept yet, and I'm trying to stay awake because, at 4 o'clock, I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna pass out until 10 o'clock, and then get up for work, and then, blah, blah, blah. So, but I feel so heartbroken that our people, our human beings, it's not just individuality. It's all about coming together and uniting as one. And we all share a common thing. This whole world and us is nothing but energy. So why don't we tap into that energy and become one and feel that love? If you see somebody hungry, feed them. If you see somebody cold, give them shelter or give them a blanket, or, try to help them out. Like, it's so crazy how we become selfish. How do we lose ourselves? Like, my heart's just broken. Like, for instance, I seen this boy crying on the curb at my work, and his father's like, "Oh, I can't afford it. We can't eat today." He was like 8 or 9. Like, you know how that broke my heart? Like, I went in and I bought him food. I brought it out. I said, "Here you go, guys. You know what? You don't need to know my name. Just know that if somebody else needs you, just be there for them. Like, pass it on." Like, I think we need more people in this world that that have a sense of humanity. You know, and I'm not going to bash any certain religions, but, you know, certain religions, all religions are man-made, but there's certain religions out there that, you know, kicked me out of churches and ridiculed me, and, you know, it's heartbreaking. Like, I thought you were supposed to be people of God, and here you are treating me like I'm scum. You know, church. I was watching a YouTube video about this guy, and he was like, he was a poet, and he had it was absolutely beautiful. And he said churches aren't meant for the healthy. They're meant for the sick. It's like a hospital. You know, you go in, you get better, and you stay better, but you stay with the church to make sure that you stay better. And people in the churches are always like gossiping and pointing and like, "Oh my goodness, you know, blah, blah, blah. Did you see what she was wearing today?" I've seen it. Like, firsthand, I have seen it, girl and boy, whoever is watching. And, like, it's just ridiculous. Like, where's our humanity? Where? What, do we misplace it somewhere and we can't get it back? But we can get it back. We always can get it back. We just have to tap into, you know, our feelings, and there's bad people out there. I get it. Like, you can't trust everybody and you can't help everybody, and I understand that too. But when somebody's in dire need and they're so desperate that they kill, that they steal, that they do drugs because they don't have any self-esteem or, you know, whatever, instead of like pointing your finger and like, "Oh my God, whatever," why don't you kind of lift them up? You know what? It's going to be okay. We're going to get through this, you know, and help somebody. Don't just sit there and like ridicule and demise somebody because they don't fit into your box. And you can't make anybody fit into your box if they don't want to be fit in your box. You know, and it's just so sad. Like, we've lost our humanity. Killing animals all the time. Like, all the time. Not just for survival either. There's people out there that kill for sport. Including the farms. And the farming industry. We've become blind to money that we lost ourselves. And, you know, Bible talks about how the end times are here. Well, yeah, because we're killing ourselves. We are doing it to ourselves. Has nothing to do with God, has nothing to do with spirituality, we're doing it to ourselves. We're killing the earth by killing animals, by, you know, I just wanted to get my message out. And now that rant is over. Moving on. So I lost my mom 5 years ago. And she was like my best friend. And I don't know. I really miss her a lot. But one day I will go see her. And we all will. We'll all be, it's inevitable. We'll all are going to die. But I'm not going to push myself to die because I don't want to die. I love my life. I do. My life is awesome. I got my own apartment. Life is good. So... And there's going to be videos where I sing. I love to sing. I can't sing, but I like it. I like to sing. I have passion for singing. Again, I can't sing, so if you see in my video that says I'm singing, you have a choice to click it or no. It's called free will. So, I hope you like this video, and there'll be more to come. So, I just wanted to, you know, kind of get my feet wet and see what it's all about. So, I will talk to you all later. Mwah.